today we are going to continue, okay, working as ecologists, right? I know that we've learned about the habitats tundra and the habitat desert, right? So today we are going to continue being ecologists, and we're learning about a new habitat called the coast. Can we all say the coast? Can we all say the coast?
The coast.
All right, so I want you to look at the poster here. Okay, Eunice, make sure our eyes are on the board. I want you to look at the poster on the board and pretend you're standing there. Okay, you can even close your eyes, and I want you to imagine, how do you think the weather feels like here? What plants or animals do you see around you? What does the land look like? I'll give you about 2 minutes to imagine and think about it. 2 minutes, just give me a silent thumbs up once you're done. I see Sammy giving me a thumbs up, so is Eunice. Now, I want you to tell your partner, okay, same partner, turn around and tell your partner, how do you think the weather feels like while you were standing there? Okay, what plants and animals did you see? How did the land look like? Okay, you have 2 minutes to tell your partner what you saw and what you felt. Go. You go first.
I saw the sun and it looked like me. Then it's kind of hot. And I also see palm trees. I felt it kind of humid and very, very sunny. Tiger shark. I saw. And crabs.
Okay, just turn around when you are done.
And coconut.
All right, so what did you share with your partner? Sammy.
I should remember is that I saw a sun and animals.
You saw the sun and some animals. What else? Alan.
It felt humid.
It felt, say that again.
Humid?
Humid. Ever. A hot place. One more. Omar.
I told my partner that I saw palm trees.
Plum trees?
Palm trees.
Palm trees. Cool. So since today we are going to continue being or working as ecologists and learning more about this habitat called the coast. Can you say the coast? Okay. We are going to practice all the language and the vocabulary that we need so that we can communicate our observations clearly. So that means when we are observing how the weather feels like in the coast, or what animal or plants do we see in the coast, or bless you, or how does the land look like in the coast? Okay? So, are you ready? Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. So, I want you to look at the picture and I will be telling you an important feature of the coastal region, okay, is its climate. So who remembers what a climate is again? Who remembers the word climate? What does it mean? Eunice. The weather and the habitat, right? So in this case, okay, the coast is in the edge of the ocean. Raise your hand if you've been to a coast before or you've seen a coast before. Okay, put your hands down. The shore is soaked with water at different times during the day. Okay, so in this sentence, when I raise my hand up, that means it's your turn to repeat the sentence after me. Okay, the coast is a very wet habitat.
The coast is a
sometimes near the ocean, you can feel the water in the air. When it's foggy, you can feel it. And when you feel the water or moisture in the air, we say that the air is down. Okay, so I'm gonna say this sentence and then I'm gonna raise my hand and then you repeat after me. The air on the coast can be very down. Okay, so let's label the poster that is on the board. Let's label the poster. If we're labeling it, where do you think the coast is? We just learned that the coast is at the edge of the ocean. Where do you think the coast is? Where do you think the coast would be? Irati.
By the ocean?
At the edge of the ocean, right? So maybe the coast would be right here. It's at the edge. So where the ocean and land meet, right? Okay, so how about this one? What do you think these are?
Rocks of water.
Yes?
Rocks of water.
Rocks. What do you think these are, Arely? Fish. What else? Yes. Seaweed.
I see something.
What else?
I see
Irati.
shark.
Shark. So these are the animals that we can probably find in the coast. Alan?
A group of fish is called a school of fish.
School of fish. Nice schema. Yes.
A sun.
The sun. Omar, you swear. Oh, it's right there. Crabs. What else? What do you think something else that you can find at the coast?
Palm trees.
Alright. So in this part of the lesson, Miss Palma will model the part where we are going to write down our observations about the coast. Okay? How the weather feels like when you're in the coast. What does it look like when you're in the coast? Or, you know, how does the coast look like? What animals you can find in the coast, or what plants you can find in the coast. Okay? So, this is the same writing template you've been using to write reports about different habitats. Give me a silent thumbs up if you've written reports about the desert, about the tundra. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, so put your hands down. Thank you. Alright, so let's use it to report our observations using this poster, okay, about the coast. Okay, so any of the language patterns, you know, with the square that are new for this week. So we can now practice using all patterns, right? So I will start it before we actually independently write our own paragraphs and reports. Sammy, I will model first a paragraph that we can refer back when you are writing your paragraphs about the observations and, well, your report, right? So I can start my paragraph, so let's draw a line here so that way you can see an example of the paragraph, right? So I can start my paragraph as the coast can be a very windy habitat. Sometimes it's chilly and foggy. Some coasts have rocky beaches have soft sand. The coast has both land. So take a minute to look at the paragraph, okay, and let me know what you think. So I started my report with an introduction. And then I wrote general facts about the coast, right? So I introduced my habitat, where I wrote the coast can be a very windy habitat, okay? And then after I introduced what habitat I'm writing about, I'm listing down, or I'm mentioning general facts about the coast. That's where I wrote, sometimes it's chilly and foggy. Some coasts have rocky beaches and others have soft sand. The coast has both land and ocean. Okay, so when we're writing observations and reports like this, we don't want to use the same words over and over again, right? We don't want to sound like we're repeating ourselves, right? So I need to carefully choose, okay, what words I can use to help me describe the coast, right? So that way I don't sound, again, like I'm repeating myself. So with your frames, okay, your paragraphs, the way you, with your frames, or how you want to write your paragraphs, I want you to go ahead and choose and write down your report about the coast, okay? After you're done, I want you to stop and quietly read the paragraph to yourself, okay? I know you are done when you give me a silent thumbs up, and everybody will have about 7 to 8 minutes to write this, okay? Go. Great job today, participating and sharing observations with your partners and with the group about, the new habitat that we just learned today, which is the coast, right? So tomorrow I want you to bring your word banks with you, because we are going to continue, adding more information to that word bank. And also when you get home tonight, I want you to share with your brother or your sister or your cousin or your mom or your dad or whoever's at home, right? Share to them what you learned about the coast, right? Tell them what you know about the coast, what facts you know about the coast, right? So that way, we can practice saying our observations, not just by writing, not just, by following what Ms. Palma said, right? But by also sharing it with our families at home. All right, so any questions?
No.
Okay.